They lost his $50 million fortune. Today's video is entitled, They Lost His $50 Million Fortune, JP Morgan in the Hot Seat. Here's what we'll cover. Peter Doelger, the business tycoon, the battle for Peter's fortune, and the legal Goliath awaiting. So buckle up and sit tight. This is Luxury Explored, your #1 destination for those seeking the most refined luxuries in life, serving explorers worldwide. Before delving further, ensure to like, subscribe, and join us for our regular, engaging, and informative videos. A Tycoon's Tale. Once upon a financial fiasco, Peter Doelger, a self-styled tycoon, had JP Morgan Chase cradle his hefty fortune like a newborn. Imagine this. He crafts a sprawling company, sells it for a king's ransom, and then wagers the loot on stocks and oil like a Wall Street wizard. By the grand age of 78, he's sitting pretty on a cool $50 million. But oops, his brain starts playing a game of hide and seek with his memories. Fast forward a bit, and we witness a jaw-dropping plummet of his wealth. Under JP Morgan's guidance, his pot of gold shrinks like a cotton shirt in hot water, leaving them with just $1.5 million. Exit stage left. Their luxe Boston condo. Enter stage right. A room at the relatives. Talk about an unexpected family reunion. Now the plot thickens in the courtroom drama. The Doelgers, armed with legal eagles, dive headfirst into a David versus Goliath showdown, demanding their lost millions back from the banking giant. Yoon, the resilient better half at 76, spills the beans. We trusted them to keep us comfy, not to mint us millions. Memory's cruel game cut to Peter, now 86, struggling to stitch together his once familiar rags to riches tale, with his memory playing a cruel game of now you see it, now you don't. His condition throws a wrench into the legal gears, with both sides agreeing to let his testimony take a back seat. Meanwhile, on the glitzy streets of Wall Street, a tidal wave of wealthy baby boomers is cresting, each with their own tale of riches. But here's the catch. As their golden years roll in, so does the fog of forgetfulness. And guess what? The financial maestros don't quite have a plan for when their clients start forgetting more than just their pins. Enter the dynamic duo, Michael Fink and Tao Guo, financial whizzes who are all for giving the rulebook a senior-friendly rewrite. Naomi Karp, an expert on aging with a sharp eye, echoes the call for banks to be the watchful guardians against the sly sneak of cognitive decline. A battle for the Doelger fortune. Back to the Doelgers, with their legal knight in shining armor son-in-law, battling not just for justice, but to keep their savings from being gobbled up by the courtroom beast. JP Morgan, donning its legal armor, swings back, claiming Peter's signature on a 2015 document makes their case ironclad. Amidst the legal tussle, we learn that Peter, once a financial Hercules in oil and gas, had been stacking his chips in risky bets, egged on by JP Morgan's sweet talk. Yoon, with her artistic soul, confesses that neither she nor Peter could make heads or tails of the financial gibberish. JP Morgan, on the defense, boasts of Peter's once sharp financial acumen. They argue he knew the game he was playing, despite his brain deciding to take an unplanned sabbatical. The Doelger legacy and financial adventures rewind to the 19th century, and behold the Doelger legacy brewing alongside JP Morgan's own, a tale of beer, barrels, and big bucks. Peter, skipping down his own path, strikes gold with a company saving homeowners $1 or $2 on energy bills. He sells it off to Honeywell, lining his pockets even further. But Peter's financial adventures don't stop there. His portfolio is a cornucopia of assets, from biotech dreams to Korean real estate and even the elusive master limited partnerships, MLPs, in oil and gas, which are as unpredictable as a cat on a hot tin roof. As the story unfolds, Peter's dance with MLPs, under JP Morgan's guiding light, turns from a waltz to a wild tango. Amidst falling fuel prices and a market more slippery than an eel, Peter's fortune begins to teeter. Enter James Baker, JP Morgan's rising star, who swoops in with a brand new MLP program, wooing Peter with the promise of a financial promised land. They even get him to ink a big boy letter, a fancy way of saying, "I got this," despite his mind starting to play tricks on him. The downwar spiral fast forward, and the plot takes a turn for the tragic. Peter's mind begins to fry, his paranoia and memory lapses, turning his world topsy-turvy. Yet amidst this mental maelstrom, he puts pen to paper with JP Morgan, unknowingly setting the stage for his portfolio's nosedive. In the courtroom, the drama escalates. Yoon, standing by her man, believed Baker was their financial guardian angel, only to find he was more of an investment whisperer than a certified guide. Baker becomes a fixture in the Doelger household, offering reassurances as their financial ship takes on water. The final act, loss and reflection. The final act sees a series of ill-fated bets and swaps, turning their financial dream into a nightmare. As the COVID-19 pandemic wreaks havoc in 2020, their portfolio plummets. In a frenzy, they sell off their remaining assets, leaving them with barely enough to buy a decent cup of coffee in Paris. Fast forward to the present, the Doelgers, fighting to keep their heads above water, are selling off their last piece of luxury, their Parisian haven. Yoon, wistful yet determined, states he deserved a life of comfort, reflecting on a journey that's gone full circle from rags to riches and back to rags. So, as they brace for the legal battle of their lives, one thing's crystal clear. In the high-stakes game of finance, fortunes can turn on a dime, and when they do, it's one roller coaster ride you won't forget. That's a wrap for this video. If you learned something, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video. This is Luxury Explored.